or something.
All right, moving on to the Cowboys now, a team whose molehills are turning into mountains. As if the team needed yet more finger-pointing, wide receiver Allen Hurns had harsh words for the Cowboys coaches. He referred to the second interception Dak Prescott threw against the Texans last week as the worst play call you could make. All this as Dallas gets ready to play Hurns' old team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here is Alex Hurns explaining what he said.
I didn't question it. Everyone knows that's not a good play call versus two-man. What's so unfortunate for us, that was their only snap of two-man. So it was just an unfortunate situation, but I ain't questioning play call. It's not like, I'm just coming out saying a statement. People ask the questions and I tell them how it is. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, but as far as me, I'm just going to tell it how it is, for real, for real.
Does his explanation, Allen Hurns' explanation, make it better? Steve, what was your reaction?
His explanation makes sense to people in football because a lot of times you call plays and different teams have a different audible system. Every coach, when he calls a play, he believes trying to predict what kind of coverage, what kind of front that they're going to be in. So every play they design is a great play to accomplish a certain amount. But depending upon what the defense is, some coverages are better or worse for certain routes. On this one, 3rd and long, they ran a deep curl route. It's 14 to 16 yard. The wide receiver is going to release off the line of scrimmage, drive up, straighten the line, and come straight back. What people call a long time ago a button hook, just a simple curl pattern. Seems very simple, but the Texans, they played two-man. Well, that means the guy is going to be inside of you, mirroring you, and he's going to get on your inside hip. So at the top of the route, Allen Hurns is saying, we didn't have a route adjustment. I wish Dak would have audible. So people asked the question after, what happened on the interception? He said, well, we got a play called that they actually had a better defense called. So this was not a good play against that coverage. Dennis Green, when he came to Minnesota, we ran that same play right there. But because of Jerry Rice and Bill Walsh in the West Coast offense, we put route adjustments on that because people would play myself and the Vikings in two-man. We broke it across the middle as a route adjustment. Dallas does not have a sophisticated passing attack. It took me a long time to get there, but that's what Allen Hurns was able to tell us. They don't have a lot of route adjustments, and the quarterback does not have a lot of flexibility in changing the plays at the line of scrimmage. So when we criticize Dak, we need to understand his system does not have the flexibility that Tom Brady has, not the one that Peyton Manning has, not the one that that Aaron Rodgers has, that you have a lot of route adjustments based on the coverage that will get you into a better route. People wonder why wide receivers struggle with going to New England. And the reason why is because most of their routes have some type of adjustment depending on what the coverage is. So I hope I didn't confuse people. But what Allen Hurns is saying, he's trying to answer the question the best way possible. The route that they had called, and based on their limited audible system, Dak, that was the best play. That was the best that they could do on that play.
Little cross-examination here, if I may. So
no
when you
problem.
say when
let the witness get a drink.
when in New England, when they see that, is it an unspoken adjustment? Is there a signal?
There's a combination. There are signals. There's also he can change the total route. And also, you have route adjustments that once you run a certain route.
So during the route, you're making
it's called reading it on the run.
Okay.
And most fans don't get a chance to see that. But playing wide receiver in the NFL can be very, very complicated. And how much information the wide receivers can maintain, it really leads to how flexible the system's going to be. Last year, Dallas got rid of the wide receiver coach and other offensive coaches. Remember Dez Bryant talking about he wasn't coached up? Remember other wide receivers saying, man, we weren't taught certain things? This all comes back to coaching in Dallas. They don't have one of the most sophisticated passing systems, and Dak does not have the flexibility that the upper echelon quarterbacks have in this league to build audible at the line of scrimmage.
So that leads to the follow-up question. Why would you not give, whether it's Dak specific or just in general, why would you not give a quarterback that flexibility?
All quarterbacks can't handle it, all players can't handle that flexibility in the system. It depends on a guy's football IQ and how much the offensive coaches are going to trust those players.
So Jerry Jones, I bring this up again, I did it a couple weeks ago, came out and threw it out there. We want a Dak-friendly offense. And now I think we're slowly starting to see over the last couple games what that is. So when you say that the Cowboys don't have a sophisticated passing attack, is that all part of trying to make it a little more scaled back, a little easier for Dak Prescott because you don't think he could handle anything more?
Well, this is the thing. We can draw that conclusion because of they're not growing the offense. He's been the starter there now going on 3 years. We expect every player for their game to grow. Also, there's not a trust factor either. Dallas, because I know Scott Lanahan. I know the audible system he had when he's in Detroit. I know the audible system he had in the Vikings. It was very, very extensive. At some times, you have to do what the players that are with you. So we can criticize Scott Lanahan. We can criticize Jason Garrett. But sometimes it's hard because it's the Odell Beckham thing. Well, what if the coaches of Dallas come out and say, hey, the quarterback can't handle an audible system? And then how would we feel? Been like, hey, that's great insight, coach. No. He would destroy the team that way. So a lot of times this information is not going to get out because they're trying to protect people. It happens in New England all the time. Be like, is this guy going to be good in New England? No, he's not going to be good because I know the system that they have, and that system is one of the most complicated systems in the league.
All right, so if Dak doesn't have the authority to audible out of that specific play, if the receivers in that setting don't have route adjustments, is that play just drawing dead? Is the moment you get to the line with that play called?
No, the play's not drawn dead. You're expecting your guys to be better athletes than them. So it becomes harder. It becomes harder for me to do my job. I expect someone like Tom Moore, who's my offensive coordinator, who's also Peyton Manning. He's the one put in the system where Peyton could audible, you know, at everything. Omaha. Right. That's what he said. That's alert. All right, we're getting ready to change this because the play Tom gave me, it's not the best play to attack this. I'm getting ready to give you a better play. That's why a lot of teams go to no huddle. It's not to speed up. It's just so I can see what the defense is going to be. So the coach can tell me, because he can talk to 15 seconds in my helmet and give me a better play compared to the one that he just gave me. It's the way football's advanced over the years. Now, I don't have to wait, Jenna, to get to the sideline, to get on my computer to make an adjustment. I don't have to wait till halftime. People don't wait till halftime to make adjustments. They make adjustments play after play. And Dallas Cowboys have less flexibility in their passing game because they have a number of plays that they're going to do called call it and run it. That means my guy is better than your guy. And pro football's not that way anymore.
All right, so then, so when you say they're athletes, you just got to do your job better, essentially, if you can't get out of the play. Then let's go to the wide receivers, because that's not who Allen Hurns was talking about. In that spot, what can these Cowboys wide receivers, what could Deontay Thompson have done better there? I know it wasn't thrown to Allen Hurns, but Allen Hurns got 8 catches for 84 yards on the season. So what can those guys do better in those spots?
Yeah, I'm not going to put the pressure on them because these guys have been role players. Allen Hurns has 1,000-yard season. Deontay Thompson has been, at best, in his best day in the NFL, he's been a number 3 guy, at best. I don't expect them to have the route savviness to be able to bounce down outside towards the sideline. Also, we got a young quarterback. 60% of all interceptions are the wide receiver's fault, and it's because they are not in sync with the quarterback. So guys who have less talent, they have less flexibility, because they have less skill at the top of the route to try to get that inside position. What I would have done was make the DB think I was going across and be able to snap it across his face and try to come down to give the quarterback a bigger target and give him a friendlier receiver to be able to throw to.
So bringing this back to the beginning, this seems to be the season of if there's something on your mind, just say it when it comes to calling out your team. Do you have an issue at all with how Allen Hurns
No, he was answering the question. He said, well, what happened on the interception?
That's not the kind of thing you keep, and he just pretty much said exactly what it was.
No, he's doing his job. Part of his job is to catch the football, but part of his job is to answer reporters' question. They asked him a legitimate question. He gave them a legitimate answer. Now, we're just stuck on throwing people under the bus. Oh, he said something. No, he didn't. He said they had a better defense called than what we had. We don't have the flexibility. He didn't say this, but I'm interpreting it for him. We don't have the flexibility to be able to get out of that play, and we don't have route adjustments that we ran a bad play against a good defense, and it resulted in an interception.
Awesome. All right, got to take a break, take a rest.
Man, I'm exhausted.
I'm tired just listening, but I know 100%.